Under the glow of a setting sun, in a village surrounded by endless fields of gold, there was a story that every child cherished. It was about a magical creature, a firebird, whose glowing feathers lit up the night and whose whispered words carried wisdom for those willing to listen. The firebird, they said, appeared only to the pure of heart, bringing guidance to those in need. One starry night, as the children of the village played in the meadows, a streak of fiery light blazed across the sky. It circled above before landing gently on an ancient oak tree. There, perched on a high branch, the firebird revealed itself. Its feathers shimmered like molten gold, and its eyes sparkled with the light of countless stars. The children gathered beneath the tree, their faces glowing with awe. "Why are you here?" asked a young boy named Theo, his voice trembling with excitement. The firebird spread its wings, and a soft, melodic voice filled the air. "I come to guide those who seek to grow," it said. "Listen closely, for my words will light your path." The firebird visited the children often, choosing quiet moments to land and whisper its wisdom. One evening, it found Clara, a shy girl afraid to share her stories with others. The firebird perched on her shoulder and whispered, "Speak your truth, for your voice can inspire." Clara, emboldened by the firebird's words, began to write tales that filled the village with joy. Another day, the firebird landed near twins Ethan and Lila, who often argued over their games. "Harmony builds strength," the firebird whispered. From then on, the twins learned to work together, creating games that brought laughter to all. One stormy night, as thunder roared, a group of children huddled in fear inside a small barn. The firebird's glowing form illuminated the darkened room as it landed softly among them. "Fear is the shadow of greatness," it whispered. "Step through it, and you will find your light." Inspired, the children ventured into the storm, working together to secure the barn's doors and protect their animals. That night, they learned courage and unity could overcome any fear. As the firebird's guidance spread, the village began to change. Children grew confident and kind, helping one another succeed. Clara became a beloved storyteller, Ethan and Lila created games that brought the community together, and Theo began teaching younger children the lessons he had learned. The adults of the village marveled at the transformation. When asked how they had changed so much, the children would smile and say, "The firebird showed us how." One golden dawn, the firebird called the children to the meadow. "You have grown strong and wise," it said, its voice filled with pride. "Remember, true strength lies in lifting others. I must go now, but my whispers will live in your hearts." With a final sweep of its radiant wings, the firebird soared into the sky, leaving behind a trail of light that lingered like a promise. The children watched until the glow faded, vowing to honor its lessons. From that day on, the village flourished, its people united by the wisdom of the firebird. And though it was never seen again, its legacy endured, whispered from one generation to the next under the golden glow of the fields. Under the shade of a sprawling, ancient tree, a wise grandfather sat surrounded by wide-eyed children. His voice carried warmth and wisdom as he began his tale of Max. One bright spring morning, a golden retriever with shimmering fur appeared in a small, quiet village. No one knew where he had come from, but his kind eyes and calm demeanor made everyone feel at ease. The villagers named him Max and quickly realized he wasn't an ordinary dog. Max had a way of sensing when someone was troubled. The first to notice this was a young girl named Clara, who sat crying under a tree after being teased at school. Max approached her, rested his head gently on her lap, and looked up at her with understanding eyes. Clara wiped her tears and smiled. It felt as though Max had said, "It's go." One summer afternoon, a boy named Ethan struggled to carry a heavy bucket of water. Max trotted over and barked in a way that startled everyone. The bark sounded like, "Keep going." Ethan laughed but felt encouraged to finish his task. Soon, the villagers noticed that Max's barks often sounded like short, clear words. "Try again," he barked to a boy practicing his flute. "Help her," he growled softly to a girl struggling to lift a basket. Word spread quickly about Max, the dog who could speak words of encouragement. As Max's reputation grew, children and adults alike sought his advice. A teenager named Sophia, who dreamed of becoming a painter but feared failing, told Max about her worries. Max nudged a paintbrush toward her and barked, "Start small." Inspired, Sophia began painting every day. The village started to change. Children studied harder, adults pursued their dreams, and neighbors began helping each other more. Max's words were simple but powerful: "You can do it, keep trying, and believe in yourself." One day, the village faced a drought, and the crops began to fail. The villagers were worried and unsure of what to do. They gathered under the old tree, where Max sat calmly. The mayor asked, "Max, how can we save our village?" Max wagged his tail and barked, "Work together." Inspired by his words, the villagers dug new wells, shared their water. As years passed, Max grew older, but his wisdom never faded. When he could no longer roam the village, people came to him under the tree to share their successes and seek his advice. Max's simple words continued to inspire. When Max eventually passed away, the villagers built a statue of him under the ancient tree. Inscribed on its base were his most cherished words: "Believe in yourself,